1, 2, 3, action. Okay, what is up guys? Fahan here with Za once again. And today we're with Fauzan. How are you, brother?
I'm good.
I'm good,
Yeah.
So, first and foremost, I want to thank you, for approaching us, to do this bike review with you about your machine, the Yamaha XSR.
XSR
155.
Dia tongue twister. XSR You know, if somebody with a sharp tongue will definitely XSR. Bila macam mana? Ni motor apa dia?
XSR. Okay, so this is my first time seeing this bike, and I think it's somewhat comparable to the CB150
X-Motion. Yeah,
X-Motion.
The
look of it.
The competitor for the Honda X-Motion. I mean, this bike is already in the market quite recently.
Quite recently.
Just earlier this year.
January. In Singapore lah, launch. Okay, so we're going to give a bit of background about your bike. Okay, so launched in Thailand in 2019, the Yamaha XSR155 Neo Retro Cafe Racer inspired street bike. The bike is part of Yamaha's sports heritage design, similar to the XSR700. So chassis and engine is shared with the MT-15. Engine is a 155cc liquid cooled single cylinder 4-stroke SOHC with a 6-speed manual transmission. So I don't really know much about this bike, but it seems to be a competitor to the Honda CB150R lah. So Fauzan, I want to ask you
Ask me anything.
Class 2B got so many choice, no? I think got adventure, sports, got
naked bike, got street fighters
from different brands, KTM, Honda, Yamaha.
Why this?
Yeah, so right. Actually right. I bought this bike. Okay, korang nak tahu cerita sedih tak?
I'm going to tell you a story. Sit!
I buy this bike because nobody knew this bike was in Singapore. So when I was taking my prep at SSDC, right, this bike was always in my mind. XSR155. I fall down, e-brake also. Tak apa, XSR155.
So that is like how to say your motivation.
Yes.
XSR155.
Exactly. On the day of my expressway familiarization, right, I saw the XSR beside me. Finally, okay, then I save up another 3.
So it's like how to say, God already,
grant you your wish.
Okay. That was a sign.
But then, right, masalahnya, when I bought this bike, before I buy this bike, nobody know. And when I buy this bike, right, at the same traffic light, 7 XSR I see.
No, that's an omen. A sign.
That's an omen, a sign lah. Yeah.
Sign for you.
But
okay,
now I know how the X-Motion people feels like.
Because I see, it's like comparable to the X-Motion.
It is a direct competitor.
It is a direct competitor.
The cafe racer, inspired look.
That time, what was the price of your machine when you bought it? But don't mind me asking, before that I want to ask, how long have you been riding already?
Riding a motorbike or riding this bike?
Riding a motorbike.
On the day I passed my TP, I went to a rental shop, rent a bike, then I ride.
This bike lah?
So February, no, this bike.
It's a different model lah.
It's that bike actually.
Hidayah.
The
CBF150.
Yeah, that was my first rental bike. I still remember the price, $70 for 1 week. Okay.
Not bad lah.
Not bad lah.
Then why you don't want to get Hidayah? Why you don't want to get the CBF150? Out of production.
Bro, apik bike bro. Apik bike.
It's okay.
Young man like this.
Hidayah, it's okay Don't be sad
Young man like this, you ride apik bike. Alamak, malu sure.
But but the first bike I rode was that. I actually rode, I think, a total of 8 bikes before I got this bike. All rentals.
Wow.
Except for one, R15.
R15.
But that's a complicated story.
Okay, so what's the sad story you want to tell us?
Yeah, the sad story is, now this bike, a lot of people is using it. So and it's understandable. It's very understandable. So, rundown is that it's actually a very good beginner bike.
I see.
Actually, an extremely good beginner bike. And I would actually want it to be the bike that driving centers use instead of the crappy CB190. Yeah, CB190 is crappy, okay? I tried it on the expressway, it just stopped and okay.
No power.
Serious. Yeah, and the top speed on that thing is the same as your engine, what?
You
know how it feels.
Yes,
right?
I know.
Yeah. This bike, if the people from X-Motion says that no, my bike got no power, then don't buy this bike, because this bike also is the same, no power, except that it's very torquey.
How to say, on traffic light,
You can just accelerate it off faster lah.
Yes. and you can actually move off in gear 2, gear 1, doesn't
Gear 2,
matter.
gear 1.
Yeah. So the good thing about this bike is that the gears, you can actually play with it because there's this thing called VVA. And you know that it's from MT15 and R15, right?
Yes, correct.
So VVA is actually variable valve actuation. Variable valve actuation.
Okay.
Variable valve actuation. Okay, so what it does is that it supplies power continuously from the high speed range to the low speed range. So
I see.
it doesn't matter which gear you are actually. You can actually cruise very comfortably. You know, just now when we riding, right? Yeah, you would expect some beginner to like go, oh, gear 6, then ta 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 ta. But no, when you're on gear 6, it doesn't make that ta 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 sound. It makes that. It's like,
I get what you mean. When you are riding at a certain speed, when you are not in the gear that's meant for that
yes.
speed. Let's say you are travelling at 40, then your gear is at gear 5. You know, this
Yeah, that.
or you are travelling at 30 kilometers per hour, but your gear is gear 5. I think I get what you mean.
Yeah, and then you can just have clutch.
Ah.
And also slipper clutch.
Slipper clutch.
What's there not to like about slipper clutch, man? Like,
I see.
Okay, I don't know what slipper clutch.
Oh my
Google
God.
it. It's something got to do with
okay, so
I don't have to explain. This is not a technical specification
review.
but I'll just
Briefly explain.
Briefly explain. Okay. Slipper clutch, ANS slipper clutch is basically there for R15, V3, MT15 and this bike.
Yeah, because they share the same engine.
So slipper clutch or ANS assist and slipper clutch is very smooth. You can try it.
Later. Oh, this one. Oh.
It's very smooth. So
Oh yeah,
the
very smooth.
the biting point is the normal biting point is here. With a slipper clutch, the biting point can be here, and it's very smooth. You don't have to like all 4 fingers. You can just put 2 fingers. Then
Yeah, it's very light.
it's very smooth.
Very light.
But
very smooth.
the thing about ANS clutch is it's supposed to be for bigger bikes. So I don't understand the rationale of you putting it inside 2B bike.
Well, maybe it's because of maybe Yamaha was experimenting with technology.
maybe.
Maybe.
Ataupun they are using the DPSA. Dia suka lah.
Awan dia biru tadi.
Hello, police.
Hijau.
This one got problem, my friend. Okay. What's the handling and performance of this bike? Why you laughing?
So as a beginner, is it very nimble enough for you to
You know, crisscross
Squeeze,
traffic. Even though you're P-plater lah.
squeeze in through traffic?
Hey, okay. Nimble, yes. I have selit. I'm not proud. Dad, if you're seeing this, I never selit before, but just
Lane split is legal in Singapore. Don't have to worry.
But my dad is not legal, so okay. But lane splitting, I have lane split between bigger, heavy vehicles before. Very nimble. I like counter steering. Pak, phew. It's like Tron your bike, right? Pew.
Okay, don't try that at home because you cannot bring your bike inside the home. But don't try it on the road.
Sampailah.
Lame lah. Okay, you mentioned that this bike, the pickup, like
Very fast.
It's very torquey.
Very
Okay.
fast. Too fast for me.
Too fast.
Yeah. For a beginner, it's too fast. But for me, it's just okay. I hate the handlebar. I hate everything
Is
about
it because
the handlebar.
low?
No, it's
Then?
too high.
It's too high.
And when you are sitting on it, it's very like that. And the handlebar is in a very awkward position. It's like it wants to be straight, but it doesn't want to be straight. So it's like laki nak cerai tak habis talak dia kan. Dia gini. And that's why you see me wearing gloves. Because it's very cramped.
I see,
For a long ride.
What you were saying, mentioning about the handlebar, right? I did try out. I went to a bike shop for servicing. Then I saw this bike. I just want to try out, you know. That I do understand what he meant by the handlebar being in an awkward position, and I can imagine that how the actual retro cafe racers back in the early years, right? How they can actually like an awkward position, you know. But it was the cool thing back then, right?
Okay.
So the position I felt it may not be suitable for long distance ride, because it you know,
Because
just
your
now I
back.
feel
For your height, it's okay lah. Because it may look small lah, but then I see like it's a bit taller.
yeah
It
for
is
you
tall.
it's suitable lah.
It's very
For me I was like tiptoeing, you know. I was tiptoeing back when I at the shop. I was like tiptoeing. How is the fuel consumption like for this particular bike?
Fuel tank capacity total 10 liters, reserve 1.8. So total that you'll be using before you have to go to the gas station, 10 minus 1.8 is 9 minus 0.8.2. So 8.2. Average.
He actually do the maths, you know. You never see the manufacturer specification.
I confused really. I also don't know what you're talking about.
8.2 before you go to the nearest gas station.
Oh, okay.
Average, I averaged out. If I'm doing deliveries, it's 40 kilometers per liter. If at night I depress, I just want to sendu. 47 kilometers per liter after refilling.
Oh, sendu. By the way, guys, non-Malay speakers is like getting emotional. You know, getting emo.
Don't be like that, bro. It's okay.
Tak ada kawan. Okay. Yeah, 47 times 8.2. That will average. That will give you around total mileage 570 to 600 kilometers.
But have you actually calculate from your trip meter?
Yeah, I always calculate from trip meter. It's a habit lah. Because last time I ride e-scooter, then I have to calculate from the trip, right? So now I make it a habit every time I isi my minyak, I will just reset.
Okay.
Yeah, so the furthest.
Pause.
500 over kilometers eh?
Yeah.
500?
500.
Serious?
Yeah.
500?
500.
Gila lah.
Cuma macam
Dah pernah habis pun.
JB to KL and still got a few more to go Ipoh.
Yeah, people. I'm surprised actually by the fuel consumption of this bike.
Serious?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I'm surprised and to know that you can go like 500 on a full tank.
But maybe because this is a new bike,
Yeah.
and with all the technologies involved, I guess it's also fuel injection. So that's why
non-carburetor.
so that's why I think
Probably that
it's plausible lah.
possible lah.
It's plausible.
It's also how you use it.
But it's okay, bro. Once the borders are open, we test out. We go right up north.
Oh yeah, unfortunately this bike is not available in Malaysia. So yeah.
But then
It's
why the
available in
label? Why
Thailand.
the label in Malay? Very
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Oh.
So which means this bike is manufactured in Thailand.
Indonesia.
It's available in Indonesia but not
Yes.
available in Malaysia. Somehow rather the accessories are not circulating a lot in the Malaysian market. There is limited accessories at the moment lah.
Very limited.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, right, accessories wise, it's okay. It's just that the part of getting it into Singapore, yang hal.
I
So
see.
what kind of accessories that is being offered?
For one, the bar clamp, mirror actually anybody can do.
Yeah,
Rizoma
correct.
mirror, bar end mirror, bar end stabilizers. There's a visor in front. Yeah, that's it actually.
That's it.
That's it.
So the rest are all OEM.
Oh yeah, handlebars. Oh, two types of handlebars. One is the clip-on handlebar. Another one you clip here. You can use the R15 V3 handlebars.
Yes, because they share the same platform.
The rack susah dapat. So I haven't seen anybody using the rack that much.
So no wonder you don't have a box lah.
Yeah, only 2 people in Singapore I've seen using it. Yeah,
Okay.
Custom make lah, I guess.
should be. But another one I know he got it from Thailand. Oh yes,
What is it?
tail tidy.
What's a tail tidy?
Tail tidy, you remove the fender and then you will use this thing called a tail tidy. It's very small. So when you use a tail tidy, you don't have a mudguard.
One thing I love about this bike currently is this seat. The material of the seat. Oh my god, it's like leather, no?
It's like suede kind of look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
it's not.
But it's not. It's
but from far I see it's like leather, seriously. But when you feel it, it feels comfortable, it feels nice, and it's also soft. Not soft lah. I wouldn't say it's soft lah, but
hard.
no,
it feels
doesn't-
nice.
not much foam.
It feels nice to the touch.
But is it comfy enough?
No, it's not.
It's not comfy.
It's comfy when you first go out the car park. Like, wow, aku cafe racer hari ni. After you go Tampines, come back, sakit sih. Then you go Sembawang Hot Spring.
How long have you been riding? Don't mind me asking.
Going 2 months already.
2 months.
Yeah.
So far you don't face any issues lah. Definitely. Have you ever joined groups, motorcycle groups for the XSR?
I joined a Telegram group.
Telegram.
Yeah, I joined one. Yeah, it's a very closely knit community because the community is still small.
So have any owners,
Shared
any problems with or issues with the bike?
Not owners, but I was given a warning by the shop.
Mm.
The battery. Yes, there's no battery indicator.
Oh.
So it's very easy to overlook the battery problems.
Mm.
So if I was a new rider looking to get this bike, I would install a voltmeter.
So what is the best memories of you on this bike?
Even though it's 2 months.
Yes, even though you have been riding it for 2 months only, but there must be some sweet memories that alamak,
Lot lah actually. She got 3 lah. Okay, the first memory right is that the first week of getting this bike I got this bike right after circuit breaker habis. Phase 2. Start phase 2.
So was the COE at that point of time or the previous?
They pre-registered. I bought it at S1.
Okay.
You're damn
S1.
lucky, man, bro.
Lucky,
You're damn lucky, man.
My COE value was valued at 4,300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn lucky. Now it's like double, no? Almost double.
It's back to 7,000.
Yeah, crazy.
Anyways, the best memory of this bike, first week of getting this bike, I tell you. Oh my gosh, I miss that first few days. Oh,
Why?
you stop at traffic light, people look at the bike, up, down, left, right.
Because they've never seen this bike before.
Especially the apik. The apik, I tell you.
They love the bike.
No, the apik will ask.
Hey, what is this?
Yeah, like
Nampak motor apa motor?
like they on that bike. Motor apa ni, Dek? Oh, motor baru, cik. Ingatkan motor lama. Dia bilang, cik tu naik motor lama.
Yalah,
Yeah.
I think these old uncles, these api-api they are reminded of their younger days, whereby the cafe races was actually the in thing, you know.
Yes.
You know, you wear leather jacket, torn jeans, you know, with the helmet macam
Jepang.
helmet monyet. Helmet Jepang. Yeah.
During the 60s or 70s, I think.
60s, I think.
60s,
yes.
okay.
Because the 70s are the hippies.
Hippies,
Hippies.
Oh, hippies.
So-
the Harley Davidson bikes lah.
Oh, no.
And then
Okay, the cafe races is between the 60s and early 70s. Okay, because the Vespas during that time there's a so-called a grudge between the mods, the Vespa, the scooter riders, and the cafe racers, the rockers.
the rockers
mods
are the
and
cafe racers lah.
The rockers are the cafe racers. The mods are the Vespas, the Lambrettas.
So the mods came in during the 70s,
the 60s.
60s also.
60s, yes.
Yeah.
Because why? The Beatles are somewhere in between there. They are the mods, and then I remember John Lennon, or is it Paul McCartney? He was asked, so are you a mod or are you a rocker?
John Lennon,
John Lennon
if I remember. Yeah, John Lennon.
or Paul McCartney? Can't remember. Later we will
Later we
check it out.
see.
Later we check.
Are you a mod or a rocker?
No, I'm a mocker.
I'm mocker.
Combine. You don't want to disappoint anybody.
Yeah, there will
got
be
too
the
many
day.
memories already.
Yeah, there will be the day I took out the bike.
Okay.
The third memory was me going to sleep at 12 AM every day during my prac days. I will look at this bike every night before I sleep. XSR.
You know, like somebody what?
Obsessed.
Angau obsessed. Once you join us for rides, right? There's a lot of memories for you to actually have with this bike.
Inshallah.
And I'm glad that you live your dream lah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you achieve your dream. Then how does it feel, when you got this bike finally?
Actually, I got this bike thanks to my dad. Hey, Dad, thanks. Love you. My mom also.
They pay for the down payment.
I'm glad
is it?
that your parents are supportive.
Did they pay for your down payment? Of course.
Yeah, my family was also supportive.
That's why lah. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom, for the down payment.
So this video is sponsored by mom and dad.
Yeah, but my mom and dad were actually not okay with me getting a bike license at first. The day I turned 18, they said no bike. Okay, then I wait 19. I took it silently. Then after that, secara lawa. How's the feeling of me riding the bike? Well,
Aku rasa
sejak aku dapat motor ni, aku balik malam siut. My mom dah marah siut. I don't have friends who like
Kaki motor.
kaki riding every night.
Never mind, bro. Join us. Tambah overlanders.
Yelah. Join lah.
Okay. Fauzan, final question. We know that you got this bike fresh out of driving center. So
Not fresh tu.
not fresh lah, because you rode like 10 bikes before that
Yes.
to test out. Would you recommend the XSR155 as a starter bike for fresh graduates of class 2B?
Yes and no.
Why?
The no is that don't get this bike. I buy this bike because nobody use this bike leh.
So
if
it
you
was-
I use, then
So it was supposed to be unique.
Yeah.
Supposed to be unique for
Supposed to
him.
be unique, oh. Okay, but yes sir. Between MT-15, this one, R15, some more Hidayah, Tourism, Fight Hawk. Yeah, do you actually have a lot of beginner
Duke
bikes?
KTM 200,
No. Duke is
Aerox
never
155.
good bike.
Honda
I love that
ADV
bike.
150.
Nope.
Why?
Fuel consumption is shit and the handling is bad. There's no torque and the top speed is just
Okay,
shit.
whatever it is, different riders got different opinions lah.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
just get whatever the rider opinion. is
Whatever
on.
your heart feels like,
Yeah.
right? Whatever your heart feels, go for it.
Go for it.
Yes.
But this bike is good. Is a very good beginner bike for
Yeah.
you. But you will not learn to ride a bike properly if you ride one of the advanced bikes like MT-15 or this one. Because it has VVA, all the technology that you should learn. Like you should learn lah. Like come on man, you should learn all the basics.
So
before you start
maybe I could suggest that all these riders who just pass out from service center, they rent bike first lah.
Yes.
See what bike they're comfortable with.
Mm.
Then after that, use that as a deciding factor lah.
Yes, correct.
Here's a tip: the bike that you use in the driving center is don't buy that bike, man. Just don't.
Any driving center want to put your grievances, please leave in the comment section below.
Okay, CB190R riders.
It's a good.
Okay, if you have anything to comment, be nice.
Yes,
Okay,
nice,
alright.
Okay, so Fauzan,
Okay.
thank you so much, for sharing your experience with the XSR155. And
And
hopefully-
for XSR riders out there who, since this bike is new, there's not much
Information about
this. If you have any experience or knowledge about this bike, about this engine, the technical issues, because we did not talk about a lot of technical issues and
Yes.
technical problems because this bike is quite new in the market, so we
Police
have yet to
Tak apa, cepat-cepat, wrap up.
we have yet to experience it.
So courtesy of our sponsor, Botak Mas, we would like to present Fauzan a gift, some stickers and a reflective tape, and also a
Bandana.
bandana, not headliner. For coming out and letting us review his bike, and
So honored.
courtesy of once again Botak Mas.
If
You botak mas
no, I botak only.
No, this one is our sponsor. It's not from us. It's our sponsor.
Thank you botak
Yeah.
mas.
So if you guys got any like decals, custom motorcycle decals or reflectors or motorcycle accessories such as bandana, you guys may buy it from
Botak Mas. Okay, you can check out his Facebook and click
at the link below.
click and the link.